Hello, Scot Dietz, owner of 3 Blind Mice Window Coverings. One of the things we like to do is stay on top of the upcoming trends in the window covering industry. So what we're going to do is take you on a little journey today of things for 2021 that are the upcoming trends in our industry. One of the things I want to show you right now is the ribbon top modern drapery. Typically this type of drapery has a rod behind there where actually the drapery was above the rod. If you take a look at this, it's a nice, sleek, modern look. You've got a really nice, heavy, thick wand that you can actually traverse the draperies with, which make it a really nice treatment for bedrooms, for any area theater rooms and things like that. This pleat at the top, which is called the ribbon pleat, is also more modern compared to your traditional pinch pleat drapery that you see a lot of times in hotels and hospitality situations. Another trend you're seeing is in the honeycomb shades. So in honeycomb shades, typically what you see is a 3/8, 3/4, or maybe even a 1 1/4 inch pleat. What you're seeing now is what they call the hybrid pleat. So you'll notice behind me here, you've got a 2-inch hybrid pleat. And one of the nice things that we're also seeing on most shades is voice activated motorization. So I could just say, okay Google, raise honeycomb shade, and what it's going to do is it's going to send a command to the Google Voice and it's going to actually raise that shade. So that's a really nice feature that you have with what we call the hybrid pleat shade. It can be done in any of the shades. So you're seeing more and more motorization, and you're seeing more cord-free shades if you can't do the motorization. Another new trend is taking a cellular shade and a roller shade and combining the two. What you see here is you've got the softness of a cellular shade. As you notice, it has a little bit softer edges too, so it's not quite as crisp and clean edges on it. As well as, the nice thing about this is when it's all the way up, it's in a nice cassette. This particular version has a motorized wand on it, so all you do is you push the motorized wand on, the shade goes up, and it's nice and clean on top. So that's the big difference is you're getting that roller shade operational style, but you're getting the look, the soft look of like a nice soft looking cellular shade. The other thing too is everything now is going either cord-free or motorized. So depending on your budget, cord-free is probably the first place you go, which is great for pets and children. And this one particular one is a motorized shade, so it will, save you a little bit of time. And this particular one is battery operated. Another cool innovation for 2021 is what they call the banded shades, otherwise known as dual shades, zebra shades, all kinds of different names for them. So what they've done is they've taken kind of a traditional sheer shade, and this one's on a motor, handheld motorization, and you'll notice as it's going up that you have the option to have it you can see the outside, which allows you to have that outside view during the day, and then it has a really nice look to it when it's down at night. This comes in a light filtering or room darkening fabric, and it's a really good product for things like bedrooms or living rooms or areas where people congregate a lot of time. This one up top here is what they call this is a designer fabric, so very similar type product. Again, this is on a motor, but you'll see how this has got a nice, unique design to it. Not necessarily for everybody, but if you're looking for that kind of like art decor or something more contemporary, that is a great option for you there. And so everything that we're showing you here is also motorized. It also can have regular handheld controls as well. So what you have here, this isn't really a new innovation, but it is. What we see here is a silhouette shade or a sheer shade. As you noticed, traditionally the sheer shade you can see outside during the day. When you close it down at night, it has privacy. Well, what they've done with this shade, which is quite unique, is if you take a look at this, this is motorized. The shade is open, but you'll notice a secondary shade coming down in the back. Now that is a room darkening material, so you get the best of both worlds. You're able to get a nice sheer outlook during the day, and those days you want to sleep in where you still want that sheer soft light coming in some days, but yet you've had a fun night out and you want to have a sleep in a little bit, you can bring these shades down. This also works great in TV rooms, so you've got that glare off your TV screen, or rooms that get hot in the afternoon. So this is a great innovation because really what it does is it gives you two options of shades. Up once, and as you can see the shade coming back up, and then of course the shade goes completely up and top into the headrail. So this is a really good product, new innovation that we've seen out there to allow you to have 3 types of light coming into your space. Another new trend is dual shade systems. So what you have here is a traditional woven wood shade. And the nice thing with woven woods is you see that beautiful light filtering through. Now, what you lose with that is privacy. So a lot of times what people will do, they'll put a privacy liner on the back of the woven wood. But when you do that, you lose that ability to see outside. Well, this is where dual shades come in. So as you notice here, we have a nice woven wood. You can see to the outside, but let's just say you want privacy. Say you want to sleep in or you want to put it into like a TV room. So what you do is you have a shade in the back that allows you to black that out, or not necessarily black it out, but darken the room or lighten the room up. And if you notice behind here, this is just a simple cellular shade behind here. So it has a dual functionality, so you don't have to have that privacy liner on the back, and you get the beauty of the woven woods. Let's go take a look at what you can do with roller shades as well. Another dual shade option is the roller shade dual shades. Now what you're seeing in our contemporary design is you're seeing more and more roller shades come into the home. The nice thing with roller shades is they have really nice clean lines, but when you bring them down you can see out during the day, but at night it has the opposite effect, so you can see it at night, which kind of puts you in a fishbowl. What they've come up with now is a dual system. So when you bring the shade down, this particular item is a light filtering option, but if it was a screen option, you can see that you'll be able to see in during the day, but at night the room darkening option comes down, and what it does is it gives you complete privacy, also darkens the room. So this is great for like a bedroom, a theater room, anywhere that you really want to darken the room up, but still have the ability to have that nice filtering light during the day. So another great innovation is the new color we're finding in shades. This particular shade is the Graver Smart Pull shade. So you'll see that it's got a very bold color to it, and a lot of people are changing their window covering colors instead of their wall colors just to make a statement in the room. Also, you're seeing a lot more child and pet safety. So things like motorized shades and retractable corded shades are making it a lot more safer in the home. So this is a smart pull system from Graver. So what you do is you pull the shade down, and as you can see, the cord stays the same length, making it a lot safer. And then when you walk up to the shade, you just pull it down and the shade comes down. So a little tidbit, the average American has about 17 windows in their home, and if you were to raise and lower your shades every day, it's about 2.5 weeks of your life. So what's your time worth? So that's why we recommend a cord-free or a motorized shade as well. So that's another trend here you're seeing in 2021. Wood shutters are also a very popular item. So there are some new trends that you're seeing in wood shutters. So this is a traditional tilt bar situation here where you use your standard tilt bar on the outside of the shutter. As you can see, the colors have changed. You've got some grays in the shutters. This is a painted gray, or even like a gray-brown stain. You're starting to see more and more of that instead of your traditional white colors or even some of your darker stains. I'm going to show you what you can do with color to really make the room pop. Let's go take a look. So this is where the trend comes in. As you can see here, we've got multiple colors of shutters, and you would never think to make a light blue shutter or a yellow shutter, but this could really work well in designing your home. The other thing that you're starting to see is no tilt rods on the front, so what we call true view or hidden tilt on the back. So when you operate the louvers here, the tilt bar is on the back of the shutter, which gives it a more clean, contemporary look. This is really what we're starting to see more and more of, as well as the larger louvers. You can see a 4.5-inch louver here, and this is your another 4.5-inch louver, and then your traditional 3.5-inch louver. So that's kind of what you're seeing in the shutters, and it's a really nice, clean look for shutters. And don't be afraid to take some color and put it out there in your shutters. So there are some trends that you're seeing changing in wood blinds. So what you have here is a traditional 2-inch or 2.5-inch wood blind with a standard cornice on it. What you're starting to see now is more of a contemporary look. So you're going from more of a traditional look to a contemporary look, which is a flat cornice and keeps a nice, crisp, clean line. So there's something else that you can do with this, and this is what we call a Velcro stick fabric balance. So you can now take your wood blinds and create a nice fabric look to it. So this is some Roman shade material, and you can really make a statement at a pretty affordable cost. Or we've taken a woven wood material, as you can see here, and it goes nicely with that wood blind. So there's tons of options, and it gives you a new outlook on a traditional wood blind. So a final trend we're going to end with today is drapery treatments. So what you're seeing here is a grommeted drapery treatment, a little bit different than your traditional pinch pleated draperies. This gives you a nice look in a room and it accentuates those windows. So what you're seeing a lot now is taking a grommeted treatment on a nice rod up here, all kinds of different colors available, hundreds of colors available, and what that does is it kind of turns your house into a home. So if you want to really take your windows to the next level, we call it a double layer treatment. You do that with drapery panels, and it's also a very cost-effective way to do it. If you'd like us to set up an in-home or virtual consultation, we'd love to help you out. You can contact us at 800-828-2003, or you can visit us online at www.3blindmiceusa.com.